Supergirl and the Flash have a very interesting romance on screen. The Flash is a 2023 American superhero film based on the DC comic character of the same name. There were several movie adaptations in the past of The Flash. This is the new and revamped one where The Flash actually has several fight scenes with Supergirl. Development of the film was based on Flash began in the 1980s with multiple writers and directors attached to the project. All the way from the 80s, I remember the theme song, Flash, the Savior of the Universe. The film was redeveloped as part of the DC Universe. Well, the Flash, after helping Bruce Wayne, Batman, and Diana Prince, who is Wonder Woman, stop a robbery in Gotham City, Barry Allen revisits his childhood home where he lived with his parents Nora and Henry before Henry's wrongful imprisonment for Nora's murder. On the day of her death, Nora sent Henry to the grocery store for a can of food that she forgot to buy, leaving her alone in the kitchen where she was killed by an unidentified assailant. Overcome by emotions, Barry accidentally uses the Speed Force to form a cryo bowl and travels back in time to earlier in the day. Despite Bruce's warnings of time travelers' unintended consequences, Barry places the can in Nora's cart at the store so that his father will not have to leave the house. As he returns to the present, Barry is knocked out of the cryo bowl by an unknown speedster and arrives in alternative 2013 where Nora is alive. He encounters his parents and his past self and realizes this is the day he originally obtained his powers. To ensure his past self gains superpowers, the two Barrys go to the Central City Police Department where Barry reenacts the events of 2013 Barry to be struck by lightning. Both end up getting struck by lightning, giving 2013 Barry powers, but causing Barry to lose his own. As Barry struggles to train 2013 Barry on how to properly use his powers, they learn that General Zod is preparing to invade Earth. In the efforts to fight Zod, the Barrys attempt to assemble the Justice League, but are unsuccessful in this timeline. Diana cannot be located, Victor Stone has not gained his abilities yet, and Arthur Curry never existed. They travel to Wayne Manor, hoping to find Bruce, but instead find an alternate variant who has long retired. Bruce theorizes that using time travel to alter history affects events both prior to and after the alteration. They convince Bruce to return as Batman and help them find Kal-E Superman. The Barrys and the Batman locate Kryptonian pod discovered in Siberia. Upon arrival, they instead find Kal-El's cousin, Kara Zor-El, imprisoned in the facility. They rescue Kara and return to Wayne Manor. Barry enlists Bruce's help to regain his power once more. The first two attempts fail, prompting Kara to fly Barry into a storm where he regains his powers. Kara and Batman join Barry's to fight Zod and his forces during the battle. Kara learns that Zod had intercepted Kal-El's escape pod from Krypton and killed him. While attempting to extract the codex needed to repopulate the Kryptonian species, Zod reveals that the codex is actually within Kara. Zod subdues and kills her, then extracts the codex from her blood. Meanwhile, Batman sacrifices himself in an unsuccessful attempt to destroy Zod's ship. The Barrys repeatedly time travel to save Batman and Kara, but keep failing. Barry realizes that this sequence of events cannot be changed, but in 2013, Barry keeps flying and keeps trying and trying again and again. 2013 Barry travels the multiverse, starts to implode, explode, and become destroyed and extinct. The unknown speedster who initially knocked Barry out of the Speed Force returns and is revealed to be an older, future version of 2013 Barry who still believes he can defeat Zod and save his Earth. So he's trying to save his Earth and they're trying to save their Earth. Which Earth will be saved? He becomes angry when Barry reveals his intention to reverse the changes he made to the timeline by letting Nora die. The elder 2013 Barry attempts to kill Barry, but instead impales young 2013 Barry, who sacrifices himself to save Barry and wipes his future self from the timeline. Barry reverts the timeline and reverses everything and comes to terms with his mother's death. She must die in order for everything to be set back into place the way it's supposed to be. However, he subtly alters the past by moving the tomato cans to a higher shelf. Returning to the present day, Barry attends Harry's court hearing, where the security footage now reveals Henry looking up to grab the tomato can, allowing for his exoneration. Barry is then contacted by Bruce, whose appearance has changed once again as a result of the timeline alteration. This reminds me of the plot for Back to the Future. I also recall the original Supergirl from 1984 and the original Flash movie that was Flash, the Savior of the Universe film. And this film was in the 80s. Let's see, when did that Flash... Other than goodness, they had one in 2007, but it was only in Malaysian. They had one in 2014, it was a TV series. They had Flash Gordon, which was an actual comic book. So Flash Gordon was an animated film. It was a comic book. There was another American film in 1997 of Flash. I think the song from Flash was sung by Queen. So they remastered it and re-released it. Flash Gordon. It was in 1980, Flash Gordon space opera superhero film directed by Mike Hodges, based on the King Features comic strip of the same name, created by Alex Raymond. So if anybody has some vintage retro memories of seeing Flash on HBO or what have you, you can go back and look at the 1980 film of Flash.